No, they really had to score and get a 2-point conversion. They'd used some timeouts. I was hoping we could get a good punt off, which we did, make them go to the field, and use that time. And so I wasn't going to go for it in that situation. I've done it before, but I didn't think it was I thought our defense, if we gave SFA a long field, we could start playing some zone. Their running game was really kind of non-existent at that point in time, and the defense did a good job of getting some tackles, making the clock run. The timeouts were gone, so very good job finishing by the defense.
Coach, just to tackle a little bit further on what you said there, but with the punting, with the decision to punt, you guys had some good punts there. You down 3 of your 7 punts inside the 20, so knowing that you had good punting and good defense to back up, how much does that play into when you have to make a decision like that?
Well, I thought, Matt Foster maybe had his best game that he's had as a punter here at St. Houston. He really, he had a pretty good average. I think he's, over 40 yards at punt, but he had great hang time. And I thought Vinny Dotson, he's one of our gunners, flyers on the outside, makes some big tackles. And, made them go to the long field, and that, gets the clock running as well.
Coach, when Brian's 1-yard touchdown run when he's going to set up the ball for a field goal, was that the design play? Or?
Yeah, it was a design play. We'd seen how they lined up when the ball was on in the middle of the field or left hash, and worked on it all week, and it was a good time to call it, and the kids executed it beautifully.
You, Coach, let me follow up with the 2-quarterback system that you're running. Are you still seem like you're hitting and missing with it compared to looking at last year, the way y'all were rolling? This year it seems like there's still some helter-skelter. And I realize that you should be halfway down the season, but it looked like you think, what has got to do to maybe just sort of smooth some things out?
Well, you're right. There are some areas we need to do a better job of. Number one is, we can't turn the ball over. We've had a couple fumbles and gave some short fields to them. And, after 4 games last year, I believe we were at +11 in turnover takeaway, and we're at -2, and we're still at -2. I think it was 2 apiece. And so we've got to do a better job of securing the football. We've got to do a better job of getting takeaways. We're not clicking on all cylinders in all 3 phases like I think we're capable of. So it's great when you win a game and you're able to go back and critique it and see what you can get better at. So we've still got a long ways to go without question. We're not happy with how we're playing right now, but Stephen F's a good ball club. I would give them a lot of credit. We feel like we've had a really tough schedule. I think they've had a tougher schedule than us. They're on the road at Texas State, gave them everything they wanted. We're on the road at Montana State, the number 2 team, and FCS football gave them everything they wanted. And it's a very good ball club. And then beat UCA at home last week. So we'll take this win because we know SFA is a good ball club.
Coach, you guys had 13 penalties today, including some crucial moments that extended SFA drives, including one of that last drive, the 4th down when they got a first kick. How frustrating was it to have those things happen? Well,
it's frustrating. We're always, we're a hard team to officiate, I think, with the bump and run coverage that we play, and it's so subjective sometimes, and it's just very subjective. Sometimes the calls, because it's bang bang. You got a guy on somebody else, and so we're probably gonna, we're probably never gonna lead the league in fewest penalties. The way our style of defense that we play. So we've got to play through that, but we also get the good with the bad.
Hey, Coach, did you anticipate going against a team that will throw the ball 76 times, and if so, how do you plan for that?
Well, I'd seen them run the ball a lot more effectively in the last couple of ball games, so I thought they would stay with the running game, but we kind of stopped that early, and it's really a tough offense to defend because the guy gets back there, gets the ball out. It's easier to pass protect than it is to pass rush, and I thought we were kind of leaning on them, the last few drives, and now really jumping off the ball when we were blitzing, and that gave him another second, to pat the ball, find the guy he wanted to throw to. So, he got hot there for a while. He's a good quarterback, and that number 80 he's a dynamite receiver. I mean, he's a really good football player, and I don't even know if the guy's full speed. You know, today he looked like he's limping around a little bit, and he's a. You know, I think the guy's a next level receiver. I really do.
Coach, that's the last time.
That's the last time we're seeing him. Thank goodness.
Coach, can we talk about the mental toughness of this team? Because I'm looking at your schedule. You only have 3 home games. And you've got homecoming game, and you got one more. And, you know, obviously your motto is to finish, but y'all got to do a lot of this on the road.
Yeah, we're going to do a bunch of it on the road. You know, we go on the road next week, Nichols, which is a long road trip over there in Thibodaux, Louisiana, and you know, that's just the way the schedule is. You know, we talked about it back in March and April. That's how we got to play it, and so that's just the way we got to do it. You know, some years it's like that, and unfortunately, with all the changes that's occurred in our conference over the last few years with UTSA and Texas State and those kind of different things, it's difficult to get home games sometimes. Next year we'll be back on track, but. You know, that's just the way it is. We got to be tough and fight through it.
Obviously, this is a neutral site game, but how nice is it to get that kind of turnout that you guys got?
I thought we had a fantastic turnout. I'm really proud of our fans. You know, we've got a lot of interested Bearcat football fans right now, and I thought they were loud there at the end of the game, and just an awful lot of orange out there without question.
Coach, can you talk about this? Like, since this game is on October 6th. You know, like this is like the 100th anniversary of the first football game for SHSU sports, football. How important was it to play this game? Like being the Battle of Piney Woods being on the 100th anniversary of the.
Well, the big thing for us, I think, is the neatest thing I think we do in the game is have our Letterman's tone when we come out. You know, I probably knew 30, 40 of those guys that I coached when I was here in 1985 and 86 and 1991 and 92, and that's one of the things I talked about last night. This game is about tradition. It's about 2 fine programs, about 2 fine universities, and there's been an awful lot of football played between these 2 schools. It's a great venue. You know, it's one of the top stadiums in the NFL in the country, and we're just fortunate to be able to come in here and play.
Red zone.
Couple more guys.
You got 4 today in the red zone. How nice is it?
We needed that. We haven't been very good in the red zone the last few weeks. That was a big reason for our success today for getting the win. So we did a good job in the red zone.
Thanks, Coach.
Anybody else? Thank you all very much.
Thanks, Coach.